Yo, what is good? What is going on? And welcome back to another video. So today is officially 355 days of no fap semen retention. I got 10 days left, yo. 10, listen. I be trying to calm down, but I can't. Only because it's like, yo, I remember my first 10 hours of no fap and semen retention, right? And like, I didn't know what to do with my life. Like, I remember the first day, like that morning, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I masturbated and ejaculated like a motherfucker the day before. You know, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get all this shit out. I'm gonna be on E. Make sure my nuts is like raisins, though. You know what I mean? So like I was like, yo, like, bet I'm gonna do this right. I'll make sure I'm on E, and then boom, I'm just gonna stop. I'm like, yo, when it's easy. All I got to do is just stop beating off, stop going to porn, and that shit was hard as fuck because I didn't realize how much of not only my identity, because it was a big coping mechanism, right? But more importantly, I didn't even realize how much of my routine it was. It was part of my day to day. You know what I mean? Like the same way a motherfucker would get up and go to the gym, it was part of my routine to fucking beat off, yo. Like, yo, that shit crazy. And it was like, I remember just sitting there feeling like this withdrawal, you know, and yes, I would have the urge, or what I would like to call more of an impulse, to do it, but it's because it's something that I've done so much. I mean, so much since I even started doing it in my, middle school age-ish, all the way up till 36, 37 years old. Like this is just what I've done. And of course, as I've gotten older, I've done it even more. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like it's not like I wasn't, getting pussy, but but just in general, it's like that just became my go-to. And so when I didn't have that, I'm like, damn, what the fuck do I do with myself? Like, what do I do with my life? Like, this doesn't feel normal. But then, of course, fast forward to 10 days, 90 days, 100 plus. Now I'm set into my new normal. But initially in the beginning, like, yo, that shit was hard. Like, it's hard trying to establish essentially a new lifestyle. Like real talk, like masturbating was part of the lifestyle. It was part of my lifestyle, part of my routine. Now I've established healthier habits, better habits. I don't fap, I watch porn like at all. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I had to get into literally unlearning a lot of things, but just rebuilding my life from the ground up. But either way, I'm now 10 days away from a full year. I'm definitely going to do a full breakdown of the benefits of, no fap, semen retention, essentially the superpowers, as they call it. Now, of course, I know I've identified a lot of, pretty much the same things that a lot of guys talk about. And it's funny too, because I know I mentioned this before, but there are some heavy hitters in the YouTube community that talk about no fap and semen retention, and I swear every time they drop a new video, like their content is almost echoing content that I've recently put out. Like I was on the one dude's channel, because he put out a video a couple of days ago, and almost, between like he even used like a video game analogy, and was just speaking specifically of just not making your journey, about women and stuff, but just, I don't know, just some of the key points he made. I'm like, yo, I just said all that. But again, yo, no beef. Oh my God, like none whatsoever. Again, I use that as confirmation to say, yo, I'm definitely on the right track. I am fully aware, because for me, I do have a tendency to doubt myself. when it comes to embarking on new journeys like this, you know, because I'm like, damn, like I haven't really done anything like this before, you know, like all these other guys, they seem to be so far ahead and they seem to really know what they're doing and talking about, even though I may not even realize, even though they may seem like they know what they're talking about, they're probably documenting their own journey as well, you know, and it was all such a new experience. But as you grow, trust me, your awarenesses, your spidey senses will tingle like motherfucker. Like you catch on to shit, you know, but it's because of your self-awareness. Like, trust me, if there are people in your life that you ever feel confused about after you deal with them, I think I mentioned this before, where you're in situations and they're so good in how they say things and what to say, that like they know how to pull on all these little individual strings of your emotions, to which under normal circumstances you're really just looking at them like you'll, at the end of the conversation, you're like, damn, what the fuck just happened? Because you realize you kind of came out of this whirlwind of emotional turmoil, you know? And as you become more and more aware of your emotions, your triggers, but more importantly, how you respond to them on the regular, and you hold on to that, and you really just fucking grasp the fuck out of it by setting better intentions, by meditating, you know, by understanding, you know, when you're feeling out of sorts about something and you're like, okay, wait, what was that? Like I said, it was a couple weeks ago, or maybe like a week ago, I was just in the car and I found myself just feeling angry about everything, just angry, and everybody on the road, fuck you, and I'm like, whoa, what was that? As you get better with that, those people in your life, you know, especially the ones that you feel most confused about, you gain more control over every interaction, every situation that you could possibly have. So much so that I can say this, you know, it works best when you know you were being your absolute best in every moment, right? You're calm. Let's just say calm, cool, and collected, right? And even as you put that energy out, and you know it's in your tone, it's in your you know, like it's in your frame, and you go to interact with that person, and if you notice that they're always accusing you of having an attitude, or always accusing you, or they're like, hey, take it down a notch or two, okay? Like what is all, you see what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you're dealing with somebody, and if you have somebody in your life who responds that way to you, keep going. And I'm not saying it out of being petty. It's that it's working. It's working. Because that kind of response they're not used to, but more importantly, they like to see how much control that they can have over you. But when you become very just, I guess, stoic, or you're just even keeled, and again, you're not yelling, you're not screaming, you're not anything. And that's the part that bothers them. You're not anything. They need you to be something, whether it's overly caring towards them and that when it comes out, like, I hate that shit now. Like, I hate it. And because I hate it in myself, I get so annoyed with other people now that I have to be mindful of that too, because it comes out, especially dealing with customer service, when I get a whiff of that, you know, I know I kind of sound like Kevin Hart, but yeah, like when I get that feeling from people of just that whiny crybaby, I need to explain all the shit that happened so that you get understanding, and so that you can feel sorry for me, and so that I can get my way, and because again, they just want to pull you in to getting all this, you know, sympathy, and no, I'm so so with that said, when you know that you are just here with it, but not coming from a place of being rude, evil, or any of that, and they respond in that way, because you have a better understanding of yourself, and now them, you establish a better level of discernment to where you're like, okay, yeah, I have like that right there has nothing to do with me. And even if that's how they perceive me, that's on them. I'm not responsible for that. I'm having a great day and putting out the type of energy that I want to put out with everybody, and I've been very consistent with that. As a matter of fact, I'm enjoying this interaction even more. Not because it's making them more upset, but just simply I'm enjoying it even more knowing that I'm not giving them that kind of power over me. And it's because I didn't have a strong enough foundation. You know, my roots did not go deep enough. They could just push me in any direction possible. And when you're dealing with people who really feed off of having that level of control, I mean, because that's really what it is. You know, like they'll do just enough to keep you in proximity, but you never feel fulfilled, right? Like ever. And then when you try to hold them accountable to it, you know, it comes down to something you did or the way you said something, or, you know, I mean, it's always your fault no matter what, you know. But at the end of the day, most of the times they do the bare minimum to keep you around in order to still consume the energy that you give. They're almost, it's almost like oxygen to them, you know. But again, it's not that they care about you as a person. They kind of don't. It's all about, I mean, yes. So it's not that they, let me rewind. Like, because I'm trying to say it the right way, but I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, ultimately it's about the version of you that can feed their ego, if that makes sense. Which is why the version of you that they need and miss the most is the you at your lower self, where you essentially became so fucking codependent. You allowed the mediocre treatment. You allowed the disrespect. I mean, like, you listen, when you think about it, you allowed a lot of shit. You know, and so they've gotten used to having that level of control by giving the bare minimum. But now, as you've grown and are growing and are able to control your emotions and how you feel, the energy that you give to people, it's almost like now you're demanding people around you to earn it. Even people who you've experienced for most of your life, guess what? This new you, they gotta earn. Whew, excuse me. Whew. All right. I'm not going to delete it. It is what it is. But yes, but the new you, they have to earn, and they can't process that. They're like, no. Like, I know who you are. I know you. No. So why are you being different? Why are you behaving differently? Why are you treating me differently? Why are you acting differently? You see what I'm saying? Like, their ego cannot take this shit at all. At all. But in the end, it's beautiful and it's really dope, because this is about you. In the end, completely about you. You spend enough of your life making it about everybody else. Not fapping, growing, becoming, you know, your higher self. It's all about you and how you move forward in this life. And it's really dope. It's been a beautiful experience so far. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, I've definitely got to upload this, and got story time with my little girl, and yeah, that's it. All right, guys. So as always, we show gratitude to the universe and to God, because we are grateful for the life that we have, so we can manifest the life that we want and deserve. All right. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Peace.